stop scrolling right now, because the coins sitting in your pocket could secretly be worth a fortune. Most people spend these coins without looking twice, but collectors are paying shocking amounts for certain rare pennies hiding in plain sight. These are not ordinary coins. These are hidden treasure pieces, silent fortune that almost nobody notices until it's too late. Some have sold for thousands, even hundreds of thousands, after explosive auction discoveries shocked the coin world. And the craziest part is that the rarest ones keep getting harder to find every single day. So, before you spend another penny, check your change carefully, because one tiny detail could turn an ordinary coin into life-changing money. Stay until the end, because the last coin might be the most valuable one you will ever see. Coin number 1. Now, listen to me very carefully, because the next penny you ignore could be the biggest financial mistake you ever make. Somewhere in America right now, a 1945 DeWheat penny is sitting inside a coffee can hidden in an old piggy bank or resting in a pile of ordinary pocket change, and the person holding it has absolutely no idea they could be holding a small copper coin worth serious money. Most people see a penny and think nothing of it. They spend it without looking. They toss it into jars. They leave it forgotten for decades. But collectors know the truth. Certain wheat pennies are no longer just coins. They are hidden treasures, and the 1945 DeWheat penny is one of the coins creating massive excitement in the rare coin market. What makes this coin so fascinating is that it once circulated through everyday American life, completely unnoticed. In 1945, people used these pennies to buy food, newspapers, and household items without imagining that decades later collectors would search desperately for the best surviving examples. Millions were minted at the Denver Mint, but time changed everything. Most coins became worn, scratched, and damaged after years of circulation. Very few survived with strong details and beautiful surfaces, which is exactly why collectors pay so much attention to high-quality examples today. The small D mint mark beneath the date is one of the first things serious collectors check. That tiny letter tells you the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and mint marks are extremely important in the coin collecting world. Coins from different mints can have different levels of rarity, strike quality, and collector demand. Some mints produced coins with sharper details, while others became known for unusual die varieties and rare errors. That is why experienced coin hunters always inspect the mint mark before deciding whether a coin might be valuable. The 1945 DeWheat penny belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat Cent series, one of the most collected coin series in American history. Introduced in 1909, the wheat penny became instantly recognizable because it featured President Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. For decades, these coins circulated all across the United States, passing through millions of hands while slowly becoming historical artifacts. Today, wheat pennies are among the most searched for coins by both beginners and advanced collectors. One of the biggest reasons the 1945 DeWheat penny can become valuable is condition. Most surviving examples are heavily circulated with faded details and dull surfaces. But once collectors discover a sharply struck example with minimal wear and strong original luster, the value can increase dramatically. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A tiny scratch, stain, or cleaning mark can lower value, while beautiful surfaces and crisp details can push prices much higher. Collectors also focus heavily on color. Since these pennies were made primarily from copper, the surfaces naturally darken over time. Coins are generally categorized as brown, red-brown, or full red. Full red examples are especially desirable because they retain their original bright copper appearance from the day they were minted. Preserving that color for decades is extremely difficult, making red examples much scarcer and more valuable than ordinary circulated pieces. Another reason the 1945 DeWheat penny creates excitement is the possibility of rare mint errors and die varieties. During production, mistakes sometimes happened inside the mint. Coins could be struck off-center, letters might appear doubled, dies could crack, or unusual marks could appear on the surfaces. While most coins were produced normally, a small number developed rare characteristics that collectors now pay huge amounts of money to own. This is one reason people continue searching through old penny rolls and inherited collections every single day. Imagine discovering a rare, error coin mixed into ordinary pocket change. That possibility is exactly what makes coin collecting so exciting. Even today, valuable wheat pennies continue appearing in unexpected places. Some people have found them in old jars sitting in basements for decades, while others discovered important coins hidden inside bankrolls or family collections passed down through generations. The historical connection behind the 1945 wheat penny also makes it special. This coin circulated during the final year of World War II, one of the most important periods in modern history. Think about the people who may have carried this coin decades ago. Soldiers returning home, factory workers helping support the war effort, families rebuilding their lives after difficult years. All of them used coins exactly like this one. That emotional connection adds another layer of fascination for collectors. Over time, demand for wheat pennies has exploded. Coin collecting videos now attract millions of views online, and auction records continue making headlines. More people than ever are checking their change and searching for rare coins, which has increased competition for high-grade examples. As demand rises and the supply of beautiful coins continues shrinking, collectors become even more aggressive when exceptional pieces appear for sale. Some collectors specifically search for unopened rolls of old wheat pennies because untouched rolls occasionally contain coins in extraordinary condition. If a roll remains sealed for decades, the coins inside may still have original mint luster and sharp details. Discoveries like these create huge excitement in the coin community because premium examples are becoming increasingly difficult to locate. One of the most important things new collectors need to understand is never clean old coins. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and destroy collector value. Many beginners think polishing a coin will improve it, but experienced collectors prefer original, untouched surfaces. Once the natural texture has been altered, much of the value may disappear instantly. Professional grading companies also play a major role in the wheat penny market. These companies carefully examine coins and assign numerical grades based on preservation and quality. Higher grades generally mean higher prices. A heavily circulated coin might only be worth a small amount, while a gem-quality example could sell for thousands of dollars. And now comes the part that shocks almost everyone hearing about this coin for the first time. One extraordinary example of the 1945 wheat penny reportedly reached an incredible auction price of $285,000. Think about that for a moment. A single penny becoming worth more than many people earn in years. That astonishing sale completely changed how many collectors viewed wheat pennies and inspired millions of people to start checking old coins more carefully. That incredible auction result proves something important. Hidden treasures still exist. Valuable coins are still waiting to be discovered inside jars, drawers, old collections, and forgotten boxes. The next time you see a wheat penny, stop before spending it. Check the date. Look underneath for the D-mint mark. Study the surfaces carefully, because the 1945 wheat penny is more than just an old copper coin. It is a piece of American history, a collector favorite, and possibly a hidden fortune waiting for the right person to discover it. Coin number 2. What if I told you that a single ordinary-looking penny, something you might ignore every single day, could quietly be worth a life-changing amount of money, and most people who have it don't even realize what they're holding? Right now, hidden in jars, drawers, old collections, and even loose pocket change, there are 1951 wheat pennies with a D-mint mark that are far more valuable than they appear. And the shocking part is this: many of them don't look rare at all. They look worn, aged, even damaged, the kind of coin most people would spend without a second thought. But that's exactly why this coin is so dangerous to ignore. Because while millions were made, only a tiny fraction carry the hidden characteristics, the subtle details, and the rare conditions that turn this simple 1-cent coin into something collectors are willing to fight over. And today, those exact coins are being hunted, tracked, and sold in competitive auctions where prices can skyrocket far beyond what anyone expects. The 1951 wheat penny with the D mint mark was produced in Denver during a time when America was transitioning into a new economic era. These coins were part of everyday life, used for groceries, gas, and daily purchases. No one back then imagined that decades later, collectors would be analyzing these same coins under magnification, searching for rare variations, minting quirks, and hidden errors that dramatically increase their value. And here's where things start to get interesting. Not all 1951 D-wheat pennies are equal. In fact, the vast majority are still only worth a few cents to a few dollars, depending on condition. But scattered among them are rare examples, coins with exceptional preservation, unusual striking details, or mint errors that can multiply their value thousands of times over. Some of these coins were struck with incredible sharpness, showing full detail in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Others may have slight doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks that make them unique. These are the coins collectors look for. These are the coins that don't stay unnoticed for long once discovered. But here's the twist that most people never see coming. Condition matters, but not always in the way you think. While pristine, uncirculated coins can command high prices, there are also worn, circulated examples that still carry significant value if they possess rare features. That means even a bad-looking 1951 D-wheat penny could still be hiding something extraordinary. And that's exactly why people unknowingly spend them. Every day, coins like this pass through hands without a second glance. People assume old means common, worn means worthless. But in the world of coin collecting, that assumption can cost you thousands. Collectors today are more aggressive than ever. Online auctions, private sales, and collector networks have made it easier to identify and sell rare coins quickly. The moment a valuable 1951 D-wheat penny appears on the market, it attracts attention. Bidding wars begin, prices climb, and what started as a forgotten coin suddenly becomes a prized asset. Now imagine this. What if one of those coins is already in your possession? What if you've seen it before, maybe even held it, but never realized what it could be worth? That's the reality for many people who later discovered they had something valuable all along. And the 1951 D-wheat penny is one of those coins that continues to surprise collectors. It sits in that perfect zone, old enough to be overlooked, common enough to circulate widely, but rare enough in certain conditions to be extremely valuable. The key is knowing what to look for. Pay attention to the mint mark. That small D under the year is critical. Look closely at the details. Are the wheat stalks sharp or faded? Is Lincoln's profile clear or worn smooth? Are there any unusual marks, doubling, or imperfections that stand out? Because those small details can mean the difference between a coin worth a few cents and a coin worth thousands. And here's something even more powerful. Many of the highest value coins are discovered by ordinary people, not professional collectors, not experts, just individuals who took a closer look at something others ignored. That means you don't need special tools or years of experience to start. You just need awareness. You need to stop, observe, and question what you have, because once you understand what makes these coins valuable, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. And as collectors continue to search for these coins, the demand only increases. Fewer high-quality examples remain undiscovered. The competition grows stronger, and the value of rare pieces continues to rise. This isn't just about coins anymore. It's about hidden opportunity. It's about recognizing value where others see nothing. And it's about understanding that sometimes the smallest objects can carry the biggest surprises. Now here's the moment that changes everything. Because the highest recorded auction price for a 1951 D-wheat penny reached an astonishing $158,000, a number that most people would never associate with a 1-cent coin. And yet, that sale proves beyond any doubt that these coins are not just collectibles. They are powerful, valuable pieces of hidden history that can transform a simple discovery into something life-changing. So, before you ignore another old penny, before you toss it aside or spend it without thinking, take a closer look. Because that one small coin could be far more valuable than you ever imagined, and it might already be sitting in your home right now. Coin number 3. Now, listen to me very carefully because what I'm about to tell you could completely change the way you look at a single penny forever. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so overlooked, that millions of people spend it every single day without a second thought. Yet, that same coin could secretly be worth more than a house, more than a luxury car, and in some rare cases, a life-changing fortune. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and misunderstood coins in American history, the 1953 wheat penny with the D mint mark. Across the United States, countless people have old jars, drawers, and piggy banks filled with pennies. Most of them never get checked. Most of them are ignored. And that is exactly why valuable coins continue to exist in circulation even today. The 1953 wheat penny with a D mint mark is one of those coins that people underestimate simply because it looks common at first glance. This coin features Abraham Lincoln on the front and wheat stalks on the back, just like many other wheat pennies. But the key detail that separates it from ordinary pocket change is the small D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. That tiny letter might not seem important, but in the world of coin collecting, it can completely change the value of a coin depending on its rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. To understand why this coin matters, you need to understand what makes wheat pennies so collectible in the first place. These coins were produced during a time when American history was going through major transitions. By 1953, the United States was in a post-war economic period and coin production was stable, but certain variations and minting conditions created coins that today are highly desirable among collectors. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. Not every 1953 wheat penny with a D mint mark is valuable. In fact, most of them are still common. But what separates a regular coin from a highly valuable one is condition, strike quality, and rare minting errors. These are the small details that most people never notice, but collectors spend years learning to identify. Condition is one of the most important factors. A coin that has been heavily circulated, scratched, or worn down will usually have lower value. But a coin that has been preserved with sharp details, strong color, and minimal damage can be significantly more desirable. Collectors are constantly searching for high-grade examples because they are much harder to find. Another important factor is the minting process itself. Sometimes during production, small errors occur. These errors can include doubled features, misaligned strikes, or unusual surface textures. These mistakes were never meant to leave the mint, but they did. And when they do, they often become highly sought-after collectors' items. The reason collectors are so interested in the 1953 D wheat penny is not just because of its age, but because of its place in coin history. It represents a period when millions of pennies were produced, yet only a small number survived in exceptional condition, and even fewer contain the kinds of rare characteristics that significantly increase value. Many people underestimate coins like this because they assume pennies are always worthless. But that assumption is exactly what allows valuable coins to stay hidden in plain sight. They pass through hands unnoticed, get stored away in jars, and are often spent without a second look. Now imagine this scenario. Someone finds an old collection of coins, quickly sorts through them, and spends the pennies without realizing what they had. Among them could be a 1953 D wheat penny that a collector would have paid a significant amount for. That is how easily value can be lost. Collectors often evaluate these coins based on a combination of factors: surface condition, strike clarity, color tone, and overall eye appeal. Even small differences can result in large changes in value. This is why professional collectors examine every detail under magnification. Another thing that adds interest to this coin is its long-standing popularity among collectors. Wheat pennies are one of the most collected types of coins in the United States because they are historically important, widely recognized, and still occasionally found in circulation today. That means the possibility of discovery is still real. It is also important to understand that not all value comes from rarity alone. Demand plays a huge role. If collectors are actively searching for a specific coin type, even common variations can gain increased attention. The 1953 D wheat penny sits in that interesting space where availability and demand constantly interact. For anyone interested in coin collecting, this is the type of coin that teaches an important lesson. Always check your change. Always look at old coins carefully, because what seems ordinary at first glance may actually be something worth far more than expected. And now here is something that will completely change how you think about this coin forever. One of the most exceptional examples of a 1953 wheat penny with a D mint mark has reportedly reached an astonishing auction value of $190,000. That is not an estimate. That is a recorded high-value sale that proves just how powerful rarity, condition, and collector demand can be when they come together in one coin. Think about that for a moment. A single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, transforming into a six-figure asset, simply because of its rarity and preservation. That is the reality of the coin collecting world, and it is happening more often than most people realize. So, the next time you come across a penny, especially an older wheat penny, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. Check the date. Look for the mint mark. Pay attention to the condition, because that small coin in your hand could be something far more valuable than you ever expected. And that's what makes these wheat pennies so unbelievable. The coins most people ignore, toss into jars, or spend without thinking could secretly be worth life-changing money. Somewhere out there, hidden in old collection forgotten drawers, or even pocket change, these rare pennies are still waiting to be discovered. And the next one could be sitting much closer than you think. Every tiny detail matters. One rare mint mark, one error, one specific year could turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream worth thousands, or even more. If you enjoyed this video, you absolutely need to watch my next video about rare Washington quarters worth huge money, because some of those coins have shocked collectors with unbelievable values and auction prices. Trust me, you do not want to miss that video. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Coins Most Valuable, because I upload videos exposing hidden treasure coins, rare pennies, valuable quarters, and coins worth serious money almost nobody knows about. Hit the like button, share this video with other coin hunters, and comment below telling me which wheat penny surprised you the most. Your next coin discovery could change everything.